What's going on YouTube? It is time for the NBA playoffs. It's one of the best times of the year. The playing games start tomorrow, so today is the day to make predictions. For the West play-in, I think Clippers Warriors is a great playing game. You got Kawhi against Curry. I think the Clippers won a close one. I think the Suns beat the Trailblazers, and I think the more experienced Clippers team gets past the Trailblazers and advances to the playoffs. In the East play-in, I think this Hornets core gets their first ever playoff win. They've been in the play-in 2 times last, and both times they lost. This time they're at home. I think they win this time. 76ers Magic, I think that's another great close playoff or play-in game. Embiid's not playing, but the Sixers are at home, so it's a really tough game. But I think the Magic win a close one. That defense at full strength is really good with Suggs, Bane, Anthony Blackman's can be useful against Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. And the Hornets have kind of become everyone's favorite team this year. They kind of have expectations now, but even without Embiid, the Sixers at home, I think the Hornets are a great matchup for them. I think they advance to the playoffs. In the West first round, SGA versus his former team. I think Kawhi's going to be motivated. He's having one of the best seasons of his career, and it's been a while since he's won a playoff series, but that can only go so far. OKC is too good to lose that. Without Austin Reeves, I think the Rockets are a better team than the Lakers, and I think Luka's going to try to come back, but he's not going to be 100%, and it's going to be tough having to go against Amen Thompson. So Rockets advance. Nuggets Timberwolves has become a good rivalry, and so we get to see another edition of it, but this time around the Nuggets are just the better team. And stunner of the playoffs, I think the Suns upset the Spurs in 7. The Spurs are inexperienced. Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green last year, tough first round loss against the Warriors in a 7-game series. And Devin Booker hasn't won a playoff series in a couple years, so I think this Suns core is motivated. And being able to guard the guards will be important in this series. The Spurs are better at guarding the rim with Wemby, but the Suns have a great perimeter defensive line with Dillon Brooks, Ryan Dunn, Royce O'Neal. So I think it's a good matchup for the Suns, and maybe they have enough to pull off a stunner. If Embiid was at full strength, I think this could be a fun series, but even if he comes back, which isn't that likely, he's not going to be 100%, so I think the Pistons advance, and I think the Cavaliers could pass the Raptors comfortably. The Hawks have the defense to bother Brunson, but I still think the Knicks get past the Hawks. And I think the Magic can compete with the Celtics because this Magic team has been through a lot this year with all the injuries, but they are finally at full strength. Even though Paulo Banchero and Franz Wagner have taken a step back, I still think the Magic are the 12th best team in the league. And this is a rematch of last year's 2-7 game or 2-7 series that the Celtics won easily. But I still think the Celtics advance. In the second round, I think the Rockets have a real chance of really competing with OKC and making this maybe the closest series in the entire playoffs. I think the Rockets will have size advantages all throughout. They run Amen Thompson at the 2, Kevin Durant at the 3, Jabari Smith at the 4. And the only big flaw about OKC, even though they have dynasty potential, is that their guards are undersized. They run a lot of lineups with Lu Dort at the 4. So I think the Rockets will have size advantages. And I think you want to pick your poison with this Thunder team because they're great all around defensively, but you would rather try to score inside against them. And also you want to be able to guard SGA and J-Dub, and the Rockets' perimeter defense is really good. So I think it's a pretty good matchup for the Rockets, but I still think OKC having home court in Game 7 gets past the Rockets. And I think the Nuggets sweep the Suns and end their Cinderella run. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, I think the Cavaliers pull off a small upset over the Pistons. I think if they get insights to Evan Mobley, they'll have size advantages. The Pistons, whether it's Tobias Harris or Ron Holland, they're undersized at the 4, so I think they'll have that going for them. And Celtics Knicks, I think the Celtics win a close one and potentially a fun one. It's a rematch of a 2-3 series last year where the Knicks upset the Celtics. The Celtics are going to have that in their minds, so I think they'll be good. These are your conference finals. Thunder Nuggets, a rematch of a 7-game second round series last year. And the reason the Nuggets were able to compete so much is because out of all the teams in the league, the Nuggets are the worst matchup for the Thunder. And they became even worse of a matchup for them this year because they added Honus Valanciunas and Cam Johnson. So their perimeter D got better and their ability to score inside got better. So I think the Nuggets advanced to the finals. And I think with Derek White and Jaylen Brown guarding Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, the Celtics can give the Cavs trouble. And with their abilities to base the floor, they'll make Cleveland's bigs play with their feet. So I think the Celtics get past the Cavaliers. The 2023 champions and the 2024 champions meet each other in the finals. And I think the Nuggets win in 5. I don't think Vucevic can guard Jokic. And this is how the playoff bracket looks. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully most of this happens. And hopefully the playoffs are fun. They always are. So see you next time.